Hello, everyone, and welcome to another review of another figure that technically should not exist yet. Well, it shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be out yet. I shouldn't have it because it's not supposed to release till next year. But again, Amazon has a bunch of these guys already ready to order, so I picked him up, and here we are taking a look at Legacy United Chase from the Rescue Bots community, the Rescue Bots show. Excuse me, still getting over that respiratory infection. And as you can see, he's done in a very nice white and blue color scheme, very police esque. Um, Nice yellow translucent plastic. I wish they'd just done the yellow plastic, but well, gang molding and everything like that. There's no yellow on him, so what are you gonna do? As far as details go, he does actually have a painted grille and yellow headlights. They're that same translucent plastic as the windshield. Nice Autobot tampograph right there. Of course, we've got the sirens. We have these side sirens. I'm assuming these are part of the show. I never watched Rescue Bots, so I couldn't tell you if they're actually accurate or not. Nothing painted on the back, but he does have molded detail. I'm assuming he's modeled after a Mustang, just due to the overall shape of the front end and the way the tail lights are molded. It's very much giving Mustang vibes. Um, but yeah, not really much I can say about the vehicle mode. You can remove these if you want. They just peg in with 5mm ports. They are made of regular translucent plastic, so might want to be a little gentle with those as the figure ages. He does have weapon storage for his weapon. This does actually separate. It's very tough to separate, though. Those are very well fitted. But just 5mm port here, 5mm port there, and just peg it in. And there's your weapon storage. Not the most graceful, but I've seen worse. And that's pretty much all I can say about the vehicle mode. He does roll okay. This surface does not really have enough friction on it for the wheels to actually grab and roll. They are all clipped in, they aren't pinned in, so he doesn't roll the best, but it's better than stagnant wheels. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get down to transformation. So, for transformation, first thing you're going to want to do is grab where these little exhaust pipes are and push up on them. And just do that on both sides, like so. And then you want to grab the doors and pull down on them, and that will release the arms on both sides. And that's pretty much all you want to do for the arms right now. Next, you want to grab the roof section of the car and pull up on it and just rotate this entire assembly to where it's like this. Now we can actually get to work on getting the upper body straightened out. Go ahead and fold the arms back down like so. Then we want to take the hood section, flip it down, which will fold this panel out a little bit. You want to go ahead and pull it the rest of the way out, which will give you enough clearance for the head to slip through. And then there's a little peg right here that will go into a little slot right here. And I'm just now realizing that these aren't yellow translucent plastic. It is just the clear translucent plastic that has been painted in a clear yellow. Okay, cool. But yeah, just tab there, slot there, go ahead and line that up. Push that little panel back into the chest. Rotate the head 180 degrees. Push the arms up. And you pretty much got the upper body done. Now it's time to get to the lower body. This is actually has a pretty interesting engineering. I'm gonna go ahead and separate them. Rotate them at the thigh to where the wheels are facing forward. And now come to the front of the vehicle here. fold, I'm trying to remember it. You fold the headlights up first, then we want to pull this section, the bumper of the vehicle, you want to pull it forward, fold out the heels, and then we want to move on this accordion here, accordion it all down, and then the wheel you want to press on it and it will click together, and that forms the leg. Do the same thing on the other side, just double hinge here, want to accordion it down, and then take the wheel, push it in, and that will click into place. And there we have Chase in his robot mode. Alright, and here he is in his robot mode. As you can see, very faithful to his Rescue Bot's interpretation, even though he is G1ified just a little bit. It's not insane or anything like that. The instructions tell you to remove these when you're transforming. You don't have to. It's not necessary. They stay in the same spot regardless. So, but yeah, as you can see, he's G1ified, but it's not to the degree that the Prime characters were. And I'm kind of glad they're straying away from the severe G1ifying. Like this, this is so much better of an interpretation of a character in the G1 style than this is. So, but yeah, overall I do think he's really good. It's pretty obvious they're gonna do a version of Lockdown from this guy, just given the weapon accessory and everything like that, and the fact that we have a leaked listing for Lockdown in the new Walmart exclusive line. Getting to articulation, he does have a ball joint at the head, but due to the sculpting, he can't really look around too much. He's got a good wiggle, and he can look down pretty good, but looking up, not the best. He's pretty much stuck looking straight on. We have shoulders that are kind of the shoulders of Doom, not really. So you have the hinge going in and out like this. But then you also have a swivel going like this. So I think this is actually a pretty good way of doing shoulders, because it's not the shoulders of Doom where you have the extremely limited in and outward movement and nothing really looks good at the well, I say that and then I try to do a good pose with his arms stretched out like this and it doesn't work. So he does have shoulders of Doom, unfortunately, but you can still get some pretty good poses out of him. No butterfly joint, not really to be expected at the deluxe size. Bicep swivel, hinged wrists for some reason. This doesn't play into the transformation any, but for all I know, this is going to lead to something later on. You do have a waist swivel. He can kick way high. Can kick back a little bit. The molding here does get in the way a bit. Can do a full split, thigh rotation, 90 degrees at the knee, and then he does have an ankle tilt, but for some reason, but the way it's engineered, it goes way further out than it does in the normal direction. So you can still use it, it still works for the size of the figure and for the posability, but it's just interesting that they would make it go like that more than. And I'm assuming that's due to the transformation. As far as details go, you can see he does have a nice little badge printed on his head. A nice little Autobot symbol there. Not, sorry. God, that last little bit of respiratory infection. He's not, obviously the shoulders are painted. They're molded in the white plastic, but they're painted. But other than that, he's not really painted all that. He doesn't even really have that much greebling on him. You have some detail on the wrist, some on the thighs. The crotch plate has some greebling on it, but he's pretty simple, all things considered. Not a ton of paint, not a ton of detail. He does have some detail on the hood of the car. But yeah, all in all, a pretty simple looking figure. Now, as far as the weapon goes, you have a few options. I haven't found a good place for this to store in robot mode. I'm guessing what you can do is take the little pincers off, and then you can attach them to the pieces on the side of his arms, and then that'll allow you space to actually store this on his body. Sorry, I got another cough coming. Sorry, guys. I'll kick this eventually. But my personal preference is to just have it stored the way they do in the instructions, which is it doesn't like clip into his hand like this. It actually wraps around his hand. So the way that it's molded actually fits to this little cutout right on the inside here. So you just slide it over his hand, and that actually does have enough friction to hold very nicely. Now, the reason I'm pretty sure this is going to be redone into a lockdown of some kind is because now we have almost exactly the weapon that lockdown, the iconic hook that lockdown comes with. And also just the overall vehicle mode does lend itself to lockdown. Now, I'm hoping that it is not the animated universe lockdown. Sorry. I'm hoping that it turns into the Cyberverse lockdown, just because I think this mold and this design fits that better than it does the animated one. The animated lockdown needs to be engineered in a way to where he's a Voyager in height in the robot mode, but a deluxe class in the vehicle mode. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way this guy turned out. I don't think he's as good as Thundertron. I think Thundertron is overall a better figure, but for a Rescue Bots figure that is getting its time in the sun, it's pretty good. I'm almost certain Trashmaster is going to get done into the garbage truck character. I can't think of his name right now, but I'm almost certain, just due to the way that that figure's engineered, I'm almost certain we're going to get a Rescue Bots figure from him. But that has been my look at Rescue Bots Chase from Legacy United. Hopefully we can get some more Legacy United figures reviewed on here soon. And yeah, with all that being said, I will see you guys some other time.